giving me this arm. Thank you. I am in your... I think it might be possible for me to... If the arm serves, it might be possible. Perhaps then I can aid you in battle. If the arm... It might be possible for me to wield a sword again. Perhaps then...
Approach her and offer up the Valkyrie's present. You'll need to make your way up through the village and defeat the Godskin Apostle at the end. He's a tad difficult, but nothing a strong spirit summon can't handle. Defeating the Godskin Apostle will reward you with the Godskin Peeler and Scouring Black Flame incantation. A new site of grace will also appear nearby. Rest at it, and Milicent will appear. Grace. Incantation. He's a tad difficult, but nothing in Mill Village. Corrupt the Valkyrie. You'll need to make your way up through the village and defeat the Godskin Apostle at the end. He's a tad difficult, but nothing a strong spirit summon can't handle. Defeating the Godskin Apostle will reward you with the Godskin Peeler and Scouring Black Flame incantation. A new site of grace will also appear nearby. Rest at it, and Milicent will appear, new prosthesis fitted to her arm or lack thereof. Be sure to speak through all of her dialogue to progress the quest. Now, her next location will be up in the mountaintops of the Giants, next to the ancient snow.
Weird. Let's see. Okay. Oh. Thought I had already bought this for something, so I can't do. I think I've gotten whatever was over here. Yes, maybe. Oh. Boy. Oh, I'm very fucking.
Ah, the arm you gave me, truly, it feels just perhaps it is foolish. Thus, I would have you call upon me in battle. I would have you call upon me in battle. It is the only way that I can express my thanks.
Snow Valley Ruins Site of Grace. In order to access the mountaintops, you'll first need to acquire 2 of the Great Runes. I recommend getting the ones from Godric and Renala. Then make your way to the ancient to her arm, or lack thereof. Be sure to speak through all of her dialogue to progress the quest. Now, her next location will be up in the mountaintops of the Giants, next to the ancient Snow Valley Ruins Site of Grace. In order to access the mountaintops, you'll first need to acquire 2 of the Great Runes. I recommend getting the ones from Godric and Renala. Then make your way through Lanedale Royal Capital and defeat Morgoth the Omen King at the Elden Throne. After doing all of that, Melina will give you the World Medallion, which you can use to take the Grand Lift of World up to the mountaintops. From there, it's a short distance north to reach the ancient Snow Valley Ruins, where you can find and speak with Milicent. Now, this is actually an important checkpoint for Milicent's quest. If you don't complete her quest up to this point and speak with her before initiating a certain ritual with Melina at the Forge of the Giants, then you may not be able to for Milicent's quest. After doing all of that, Melina will give you the World Medallion, which you can use to take the Grand Lift of World up to the mountaintops. From there, it's a short distance north to reach the ancient Snow Valley ruins, where you can find and speak with Milicent. Now this is actually an important checkpoint for Milicent's quest. If you don't complete her quest up to this point and speak with her before initiating a certain ritual with Melina at the Forge of the Giants, then you may not be able to complete Milicent's questline. And I'll put this out there as a general tip. Killing the fire giant and performing the ritual with Melina will close off access to many questlines in the game, so avoid doing it until you've tackled any questlines that are important to you. Okay, moving on. To complete the final stages of Milicent's quest, we'll need to make our way to Mikola's Hallow Tree. Getting there is quite the process, so if you haven't done that already, you should watch my guide on how to reach the Hallow Tree, which has everything you need to know. I'll put a link to it at the bottom of this video's description.
I know well enough who
Once you've arrived at the Hallow Tree, you'll need to make your way through it until reaching the Prayer Room Site of Grace, which is after defeating Loretta, Knight of the Hallow Tree. Make sure to defeat the Queen Rot Knight outside of the Prayer Room before entering, as it might put Milicent in danger if you don't.
Indeed. I believe that is where Melania
Speak
will
through
be
all of
found.
Milicent's dialogue
The
in the Prayer
Halo
Room,
Tree
then
is
continue
hidden
on.
somewhere in these northern lands. I'm searching for a fort to the north of the ruins. I heard the master of the fort was given a medallion.
That already, you
that
can
allowed
watch
him
my
to
guide
visit
on
the
how to
Halo
reach the
Tree.
Hallow Tree, which has everything you need to know. I'll put a link to it at the bottom of this video's description. Once you've arrived at the Hallow Tree, you'll need to make your way through it until reaching the Prayer Room Site of Grace, which is after defeating Loretta, Knight of the Hallow Tree. Make sure to defeat the Queen Rot Knight outside of the Prayer Room before entering, as it might put Milicent in danger if you the Prayer Room Tree, which has everything you need to know. You need to make your way. I'll put a link to it at the bottom of this video's description.
I think I've opened it. Yeah. Yeah. Somewhere up here. Oh, okay. Oh. But I think before I do that, I have to light the fires in there.
Process, so it's very important. Killing the fire giant and performing the ritual with Now this is actually an important checkpoint for Milicent's quest. If you don't complete her quest up to this point and speak with her before initiating a certain ritual with Melina at the Forge of the Giants, then you may not be able to complete Milicent's questline. And I'll put this out there as a general tip. Killing the fire giant and performing the ritual with Melina will close off access to many questlines in the game, so avoid doing it until you've tackled any questlines that are important to you.
I don't know what other plus lines. I think I've done this one. That one. Let's see.
Oh, Grand Peace, Tucker. Hello? Is anybody there?
Wait a minute.
Pulse. Oh, Grand Peace, Tucker. Hello? Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested. Hello? It Pulse. Oh, Grand Peace, Tucker.
See, large water. Oh, okay.
Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great instead of recruiting each other, folks. Oh, someone.
No.
Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenny fight.
I think I said.
Order instead of the.
Yeah. Okay, so somebody here.
Is anybody there? someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenite, servant to the true order and celebrated repudiator of the false. Oh, Urtry, he suffers. Hello? Is anybody there? Some... You've come to lend me your aid, have you? Well, that's very kind.
Oops.
The help is very much appreciated, even
Oh,
from
is he up there?
despite appearances, nobility is no
He is up
great.
there. Hey, buddy.
Who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenite, next in line is to the true order and celebrated repudiator of the false. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south. No, the help is very much appreciated. Commander from despite you might have heard of me, very untarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. A kiss goodbye. I might command. My fort lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. Take it. Fine work. I doubt that it will. Go on. Moved. Fret not. Right then. The great Kenite is what's that look? Well, under the even the vulgar, which is why I just you indeed upon the dawn of my fort. Yes. Would you like? I see bright. Enter, and who knows? Perhaps sometime down the line, what say you? Very well, very well. I knew. I shall await you. We shall hold the ceremony for your knighting there. I see great... Right then. Time for me... I've much to do. Right then. Time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication with the demi-humans.
Okay. So. Man, this is the there are other people here, I guess, huh? Let's try to get all these people. this? That's not why I believe. Look at my room. Oh, wow. Good job. Over. Alright. Uh-oh. I'll wait for you. Oh. It's him? Yeah.
Ah, I suppose. Stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave. I'm sorry to have lifted your... But I haven't the authority to raise you to knighthood, as things stand. The great Kenneth Height issues... But now, I must put a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage. I must begin my search post-haste. For a...
I guess that means I already thought. Oh, what's in there? Oh. Okay. Oh, I can't use my light. Okay. Wow, someone just. Yeah. Oh, my guy, you're already up here, huh? Okay, yeah, I already did thought this. Okay, then. I guess. Hmm. Oh, so what does that mean? Does that mean I'm here? Yeah, I guess so. Okay.
I've been waiting for you with bated breath. Did you manage to recapture my fort? Oh, excellent news. Just wonderful.
Oh.
And the knight's dead to boot.
Haha.
Done. Well done
Okay.
indeed. I knew I was right to trust you. Now,
That's
here's
all
your
then.
reward. It's yours. Go ahead. It's all yours.
Okay.
Time for me to head to the fort. So much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish.
Okay. Cool. Without lose boots. Let's see. Now I believe I've already done matches. I've already done I use a box. A lightning.
Alternate universes, time travel. What else can you do?
Irina is an NPC in Elden Ring that you'll meet near the Bridge of Sacrifices south side. If spoken to multiple times, Irina is an NPC in Elden Ring that you'll meet near the Bridge of Sacrifices south side. If spoken to multiple times, you'll meet near the bridge. sacrifices outside. You've spoken to multiple times. She will task.
Oh, yeah, I think I did this one. Yeah, this is.
Hello? Might I bend your ear for a moment? My name is Irina. The servants there have... I can't be sure what it is, but I swear My good father, Sipper, decided himself to stay. The servants are full. They've since come. I fear it's... Please, would you mind taking in my soul wishes, please?
I do this
Thank
already.
you. Then please, deliver it to my father, who... Please, if you wouldn't mind, he can be stubborn. Please, if you wouldn't mind, he can be stubborn. But I'm sure he'll come around.
I remember. I think I may have already gotten this weapons. Maybe. Let me see. She did read it.
Seeking out her father, the warden of Castle Morn, to deliver him a letter. Castle Morn is a large dungeon-esque structure that will need to be explored and cleared, but Irina's father is somewhat cleverly hidden away. So I'm just going to show the quickest path to reach him, starting from the lift.
Okay, hold on. I have been to that. Okay. Well, this, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh no, don't do that. Okay. Thank you, friend. Oh. Great story.
When first delivering the letter to Irina's father Edgar, he will say he must defend the castle and a special sword in his possession before returning to his daughter. I already cleared the castle at this point, and after I left and came back to speak with him, to trigger a new part of the quest, as he stated that he was no longer duty-bound and would go back to be with Irina. So be sure to explore this castle completely on your own, as I'm pretty sure the invading monsters and the Leonine boss will need to be defeated in order to trigger this next step of the quest. I won't spoil anything else, but you can return to Arena near the Bridge of Sacrifice to finish part 1 of what I am sure will be an interesting quest line. If you want to see more great Elden Ring guides, you can head over to my channel, and if you're new, consider subscribing. You're helping me feed my cat. My name's Marshmallow. Have a great day. If you're here today, have a great Friday and a great weekend. And as always, thanks for watching.
Her father will come for her. If you see Irina, do tell her that her father will come for her.
Day and a great weekend. Over to my channel. Monsters and the Leonine boss will need to be defeated in order to trigger this next step of the quest. Castle completely on your own, as I'm pretty sure the quest, as he stated that he was no longer duty-bound and would go back to be with Irina. So be sure to explore this castle completely on your own, as I'm pretty sure the invading monsters and the Leonine boss will need to be defeated in order to trigger this next step of the quest. I won't spoil anything else, but you can return to Arena near the Bridge of Sacrifice to finish part 1 of what I am sure will be an interesting quest line. If you want to see more great Elden Ring guides, you can head over to my channel, and if you're new, consider subscribing. You're helping me feed my cat. Her name's Marshmallow. Have a great day. If you're here today, have a great Friday and a great weekend. And as always,
Hello? Is somebody there? Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina. I've escaped from Castle Moor to the south. The servants there have a well. I can't be sure what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see. I swear I've something from enemies. My good father separated me at the castle and decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty. His command. I hear father's life. The servants are full of wrath. They will hatred for every one of us. He sees blood for every one of the companions I escaped with. They haven't spared a soul. I fear it's no different than Castle Moor. Please, I implore you, would you mind taking a look at her? Yes. Thank you. Dearly. And please, take this.
and in your debt for keeping the sword from falling to pieces. I will be reunited with a winner and devote my remaining days to them. The winner of it, gentle mutually, we will both put the names intact.
Oh, well.
How could this be? I thought it would work better. Because I chose Julia when I thought it was good. That is no faith without this. The foul prince of this conflict for this. I'll keep them down and turn the head to Mr. Short.
Good job, guys.
Alright guys, y'all know what time it is. I done spent all summer growing out my little pixie and I got just enough inches to do me some boho braids. My go-to colors are 2 and 4 and I don't blend them. I just do individual braids in each. And for a little pop of color or visual interest, I like to do accent braids in color 4, 27 and 30. If you're ever thinking about color, this is my spot. Get colored in. This is perfect for all seasons and blends so well with all skin tones. Now for my secret weapon. I was browsing around Amazon today. See, at first glance, it looks like a great for right? But it's not just that, y'all. It is free. You heard me. It is awesome. This is a game changer. This is beyond a game changer. Not only is this hair pre-separated, the hair is full from root to tip. There are no sparse hairs. There are no short hairs. The hair comes all out in one single piece. So for all my braiders out there, and if you've ever worked with boho hair, you know this saved me so much time and so much hair. Each strand is pre-separated and sealed together with what looks to be hair glue, and it's completely dry so it doesn't fall apart when you're using it. So whether I'm prepping or pulling, I don't have to worry about hair just falling out all over the place. One pack comes with 160 strands. I got 2 and only used a pack and a half. All right, let's get started. So I've already shampooed and deep conditioned my hair. Before I blow dry, I layer in these products first. Like I said, I am not a product junkie. I'm not going to go out and buy a whole bunch of new products. I'm going to stick to what I know works best. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I went ahead and got an undercut. Since I work the same hours as most other stylists there, if I don't really have anywhere to hang it up and actually see a braid. So after this row, I think I did like 2. And then after that row, I did like 3. And then when I got closer to the top, I did like 4 or 5. And again, I didn't even use all 2 bundles. I only used a bundle and a half. And here's a closer look at how I actually braid. It kind of looks inverted because I'm braiding backwards. And here is one way of it. And that's just to loop it downward, braid it a couple of times, and then pull the boho piece out and continue braiding. Now, I do it a different way for the rest of the head, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But this is really a good premise on how to add the boho piece in without it looking kind of funky. But you see how seamless that is? I don't have to worry about grip. I don't have to worry about anything but cutting off the little flyaways when I get done because the hair is just seamless. It's just seamless. I remember the biggest headache I had last time I did this was the hair just kind of kept falling out of my hand. but because it's already pre-separated and it does not come apart to pull the boho part at the top and just continue braiding. This makes the process a lot more seamless, and I don't have to worry about the hair coming loose over time because, again, it's already pre-separated, it's already sealed, and there's no short pieces just kind of hanging out there. So, like I said, game changer.
If you want to learn how to edit really well from professional Hollywood editors, we're going to show you the stuff that nobody else is teaching. I'm talking about real creative skills.
Now, when I got closer to the top to add more volume, I made sure to add a boho piece in at the braid before I even started. So right there at the root. And you notice that every time I add in a boho piece, I'm just grabbing with my pincher fingers. Those are the fingers that are always holding the middle leg of the braid. Once I've locked in the boho hair, then I can start adding in my braiding hair and continue braiding per usual. Now, I have been looking and on the search, but so far this hair only comes in the natural color 1B, so keep that in mind. But you can color the hair because it is human hair. I'm not sure how it would work with the sealed ends because, you know, once you start adding chemicals and stuff, it won't change the color. So I'd be careful with that, but hopefully they will take off and start offering more color options. If they can at least do a 613 where you can color the hair yourself, that might be helpful. But as for now, I've only been able to find it in the color 1B. Also, remember I told you this hair was full from root to tip? I got the 16 inches. The 16 inches. These strands look so long. I thought I got the 18, but these are actually the 16. So if you're going to do like a curly bob or something like that, they do come in shorter lengths, like a 14, which will save you a lot more money and brings me to my next point. Guess how much this style cost me? Counting the braiding hair, counting the boho hair. $72. The boho hair was only $60 and the braiding hair was only $12. So, you tell me, is it worth the Saturday at home doing your own hair and saving $300, $400, $500, $600 in some cases? I think so. And man, every time I do these things, I get so mad at myself because I would have killed it in high school if I knew what I was doing. I mean, I would have had a different set of braids every week in every color imaginable. But anywho, here we are. I have made it to the 6-hour mark, a little under, and it is dinner time. I need to go take me a little breaky break, have something to eat. And here is the timestamp. It took about an hour to eat and just kind of relax my arms. And then it took me about an hour to finish that last top piece. And here we are on the last braid. I just wanted to walk you guys through how I do the top. As you can see, I kind of have to braid with my hands behind my head. So it's a good thing that I took that break because this is actually probably the hardest part. It's harder than doing the back. And to be perfectly honest with y'all, I thoroughly enjoy this little time to myself. I set up my whole little station in my closet by my Game of Thrones girly. The series started off slow, and yes, it was hooked. I can't even wait to go back and rewatch all of Game of Thrones now. But if you've ever braided your own hair and actually sat down and took time, or maybe on a wash day, and just enjoy that time and peace to yourself, there's something quite therapeutic about it. I don't know how to explain it, but it was very therapeutic, and I don't mind doing it, to be honest with you. In the past, I used to get nervous and anxious about doing my own hair because there was so many things going on and I needed to get done in a certain amount of time. But on this day, I made sure I had time. All right, so we've made it to the finish line. Here is the timestamp. It is officially 10:52. That puts me right under 7.5 hours. Of course, I didn't count my prep time. I didn't count my break. So yes, if I was doing this on a client, I probably would knock this out in 3.5, 4 hours, depending on how long or thick their hair is. And to finish off the ends, I just braided down 2 braids. And I did them fairly large because I want the curl pattern to match the boho hair as much as possible. I also kept the ends loose for a very special reason you'll see in just a moment. And while my hot water kettle is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and set my roots with a foaming wrap lotion. You want to use anything that is for setting and wrapping. This helps loosen up any of the product that you use on there and helps set the hair in place. Now all I gotta do is dip the hair, and I always done it this way. I dip the hair and then I kind of scrunch it on a towel to get the ends to kind of like curl up with the boho hair. It kind of forms with it. It's so hard to explain, but it works like a charm every time. And don't forget, let the hair cool down before you take it loose. You can curl it with perm rods or flexi rods, but I really like the beachy wave look. In this shot, it's still wet, but here it is completely dried. I love it so much. It came out exactly the way I wanted it to. The length is perfect for my height and stature, and I love the highlighted pieces. The boho hair is incredibly soft, and because it is so full from root to tip, I didn't have a whole lot of flyaways or shedding. Y'all know I'm bad about wearing a bonnet, and I literally did not wear anything on my head for a full week, and it has not tangled yet. If you got a vacation coming up, this is the perfect style to go for because it looks incredible wet or dry. This is also a great healthier alternative to sew-ins, quick weaves, or wigs. And I didn't even use the full 2 bundles. So imagine if you got 3 or 4 bundles, you could definitely get the Bora Bora style look. If you're a client looking to book this style at our shop, this would fall under small knotless braids with the human hair boho add-on. As always, if you found this video helpful in some way, shape, or form, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and you share it with a friend. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Incredible, wet or dry. This is also a great healthier alternative to sew-ins, quick weaves, or wigs. And I didn't even use the full 2 bundles. So imagine if you got 3 or 4 bundles, you could definitely get the Bora Bora style look. If you're a client looking to book this style at our shop, this would fall under small knotless braids with the human hair boho add-on. These braids are looking crazy. Let me show you real quick how I refresh them. I'm gonna put a towel down because it's about to get messy. Bring it back to life. I like to just drench it with water. Get a water bottle and spray that baby, drench, to prep it for the section so I can detangle it with like a leave-in detangler. Anything that makes it easy to detangle or brush through, I'm going to use like a paddle brush just to take all the tangles out. And then I like to get some gel and focus on the ends and scrunch it so that I can bring the curls back to life. This braiding hair is human hair, so it behaves like curly hair naturally would. Now I like to get some more gel and I focus it on the roots to basically clean them up because they look real fuzzy and crazy. Now we're going to clean up these edges because ooh, chile. I use a lot of edge control when I do this. I'm basically trying to scoop back in the hair into the braid, really focusing on making sure those parts show again. This really brings it back to life and makes it look like it's brand new. Spray some water to activate the edge control some more, put on a scarf, and when I take that bad boy off, look it, brand spanking new. Look at her. Look at her. Look like she just got it done. These braids are looking crazy. The thing is that a lot of times when people wear their hair in a natural state or always in protective styles, they don't really know what's really going on. Now, in her case, if you want to make some Halloween cookies, but all you've got is a set of Christmas cookie cutters, then have no fear. You should watch this whole video because I'm going to show you how I turned this Christmas tree cutter into something perfect for Halloween. In fact, I've been doing this entire series for the month of October of taking Christmas tree cutters and turn them into Halloween designs. But I will say I got a little stuck on this Christmas tree cutter because it turned out to be perfect for this little spooky Halloween girl gang. It started with a witch and then it moved into Bride of Frankenstein, a swamp creature, a vampire, and here we are today with our brunette. She was highly requested. You guys wanted to see a wolf girly, and I agreed. We needed a brunette in our Halloween girl gang here. One thing I want you to appreciate is that I gave our wolf girl a wolf haircut. You know, like that haircut that was in style. I don't know if it's still in style. A couple years ago, that kind of shag cut. I think it makes her really cool, and she's kind of like the rocker chick of the group, maybe like the punk. Anyway, she also has some bushy eyebrows. I know you're wondering how I'm going to cover up the top, so I had to give her a little ponytail and a cute little purple bow. She's ready for the Halloween party. She looks pretty cool. Does she fit in with the rest of her friends? Here they are. I think we need one more girl for this girl gang.
When I was a senior in high school, I convinced my strict Korean mom that I should attend a community college. My pitch was, I want to find out what I want to study and then find the right school instead of wasting your money. And surprisingly, she said yes. Even though I was accepted to a university, I wasn't in a position to leave home and I was just a confused 18-year-old. And I'm so glad I went to a 2-year college because the smaller setting helped me to transition to life after high school. And most importantly, I met I transferred to a university to study business marketing. After graduating, I landed a great job in New York, and best of all, my mom never had to pay for my tuition because I had a scholarship. When I was a senior in high school, I convinced my strict Korean mom that I should attend a community college. My pitch was, I want to find out what I want to study and then find the right school instead of wasting your money. And surprisingly, she said yes. Even though I was
Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the ocean to uncover some of the most fascinating facts about sea animals. From the smallest invertebrates to the largest whales, the creatures that call the ocean home never cease to amaze us. Prepare to be astounded as we journey into the blue, encountering creatures with incredible adaptations and abilities that defy belief. Here, in the warm waters of the Indo-Pacific, we encounter a true master of deception, the mimic octopus. This remarkable cephalopod can change its appearance at will, imitating other marine creatures. Imagine a creature so cunning that it can transform into a venomous sea snake or a lionfish. It can even flatten its body to mimic a flounder, disappearing into the sandy bottom. By mimicking over 15 different species, the mimic octopus deters predators and ambushes prey. Observe as it shifts from one guise to another, its skin rippling with color. It is a
accepted.
As always, if you found this video helpful in some way, shape, or form, make sure you give it a big
University. I wasn't in a position to leave home, and
these are the same kind of men that are so quick to call a woman masculine. Are we being masculine, or are you all being more feminine? So you want her to love you want her to give you something. You want her to take you out and pay for meals.
Rena, how could this be? My daughter just fought right. I should. And I'll find the foul. I'll hunt them, rest assured. I'll find them. The foul wretch is responsible for this.
But if you eliminate Edgar and then you can very well which could be later. If you instead went through and defeated her and pressed on the way, Edgar would prevent her from becoming shot and pressed her. There is that for great. B.
Move.
Once you've completed Uranus' quest, head to the lake. Away, you'll find Hyetta. Speak with her and offer up. Shabriri grape, and she'll thank you with the as you wish gesture and move on. Sneaklets and Liurnia. Just a short distance away, you'll find Hyetta. Speak with her and offer up the Shabriri grape, and she'll thank you with the as you wish gesture and move on to her next spot once you've gone through all of her dialogue. You'll want to grab a second Shabriri grape before moving on to Hyetta's next location, and it's actually very close by. From the lake-facing cliffside of Grace, head southeast into the Godric Storm Green, and you'll find a grape near a spirit that is clutching their eyes. To reach Hyetta's second location, you can make your way down the cliffside tombstones northeast of the lake-facing cliffs, and then travel north until you reach the Liurnia Highway north side of Grace. Travel southwest along the path, and you'll find Hyetta waiting right in the northwest portion of the purified ruins. Offer her a second Shabriri grape, and then go through all of the dialogue. While you're here, you can go grab the third Shabriri grape, which is found in a hidden undercrop of the purified ruins segment a short distance southeast of Hyetta's position.
Back to learn another? Wonderful.
Wait.
Back to learn another? Why, of course.
Okay.
Hayata's third location will be further north, just a short distance from the Gate Town Bridge site of grace. Offer up the Shabribi grape and then tell her what the grapes actually are, human eyeballs. Make sure to go through all of her dialogue and then rest at the site of grace and talk to her again to get some new dialogue to go through. And I want to emphasize that Hayata will not move on to her next location until you do those exact steps. Hayata's fourth location is at Bellum Church. The easiest way to reach this location is by traveling up the east side of Liurnia until you reach the main Carrier Manor Gate site of Grace, then travel east and cross over a stone spire bridge, then head south up a hill to arrive at the church. Before we can progress Hayata's quest, we'll need to get a fingerprint grape. It's dropped by a hostile NPC named Fight, and you'll find him near the Church of Inhibition, where he'll invade your world upon approach. To reach the Church of Inhibition, you'll first want to make your way north to the Grand Lift of Dectus. From there, you'll have to travel to the Flaming Tower, which is basically the Eye of Sorrow. The best way to do this and avoid frenzy buildup is to take cover behind rocks as you approach. As long as the Eye can't see you, it can't hurt you. And I'm not sure if you can just continue past it without getting killed, but once you manage to reach the base of the tower, you can carefully eliminate all of the frenzy at the top, and doing so will extinguish the frenzy flame from you. From there, head south to find the entrance of the frenzy flame village, make your way through to arrive at the Church of Inhibition. Fight should invade as you approach the church, and defeat will reward you with the fingerprint grape. Also, don't forget to activate the site of grace in the church before you go. Once you have the fingerprint grape, return to Hayata at the Bellum Church and Church. Speak through all of the dialogue until you launch into the final location, which is Ethan's Lendell Royal Castle. To access Lendell, you'll need to acquire 2 great rooms. I recommend getting them. Then head to the north side of the capital.
Back to learn another? Why, of course.